Coming up, I make some friends at the Elephant Nature Park. Okay, I've explored Chiang Mai, so it's time to get out of town, head north and begin my volunteering adventure. I'll eventually make my way to Mae Tang, where I'll help out at the Elephant Nature Park. But first, I'm going to get at one with nature and go on a 7-hour hill trek. 7 hours. Somehow I think I'm going to regret eating all those chicken wings for breakfast. Getting north of Chiang Mai is easy as. Mae Tang is only 50 k's away and you can catch a bus or Song Tao, translation taxi ute, to get there. Not only can you volunteer, it's the place to go on a 2 or 3 day trek through the national park. Definitely on the list to do before 30. Hill tribe trekking is one of the main reasons people come to Chiang Mai, and the usual treks head for the Chiang Dao National Park, which is that beast behind me, and pass through several villages along the way. And that's where we're headed now. You can do treks up to 5 days long, but don't worry if you're not Edmund Hillary, the hiking's not too extreme. And if you can manage 10 k's a day, you'll be fine. Three of the ethnic groups you'll most likely meet are the Hmong, Karen and Lisu tribes. They're farmers making a living on pretty unforgiving hillsides. They're also some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Sawadee Cup. If you want to do some volunteer research on a local community, this is how to do it. There are 6 major tribes living in Thailand, and they migrated from China and Tibet over the last couple of 100 years. Tip: bring some pens, paper and stickers for the kids. You know by now that we tell you about some pretty great places to stay wherever we go. Well, this one's a bit different. Tonight we'll be stopping here at the Lisu Hill Tribe for a homestay. This right here will be our bedroom, and the bonfire outside will be our restaurant. The total cost of everything, $3. All things considered, that was a decent night's sleep, although if I'm being honest, I have to say that it probably could have done with a little bit less rooster. But as we all know, the most important meal of the day is breakfast. And this morning, Dara is going to show me how to cook it in a traditional Chiang Mai way. Taste it? Yummy. And there comes the zing afterwards. So the trek yesterday was a bit of an ordeal and my legs are about to give out, but the fun isn't over yet because we are rafting the rest of the way home, which, let's face it, is got to be better than walking. Rafting tours around Chiang Mai go along the Mae Tang River, and the rapids will be more extreme depending what time of year you go. Thank God it's not extreme season. This is actually pretty relaxing. Welcome to my humble abode, friends. Look, don't scoff. After yesterday's 7-hour trek, I deserve this kind of luxury. And the best thing is, in Thailand, someone like me can actually afford to stay in a place like this. This is the Rawi Wawi Resort. Say it 3 times fast and you get a stay for free. No, just kidding. It feels like you're staying in a 5-star resort in some remote jungle mountains, which, come to think of it, you are. It's right next to the Elephant Nature Park where I'm heading next, so it made sense to stay here. Well, that's my excuse anyway. Rooms go for $100 to $140 a night, and it's worth every penny. I've come to Thailand to volunteer and I'm going to kick things off at the Elephant Nature Park. Now, in Asia, elephants can have a bit of a tough time due to things like dodgy tourism and hard labour. But here at the park, these guys behind me are looked after and rehabilitated, and if you're keen to help out, you can volunteer for up to a month. This is a rescue centre, so you won't see any elephants trekking, riding, painting or playing soccer here. The residents get to roam free and look pretty happy. They get fed and bathed by an adoring volunteer staff. So Kunlek, you're the founder of the park. I've heard stories about volunteers who come here and then they stay for a number of years. Why do people choose to stay here?
I believe that elephant always change the people's life. Many people, when they come here, they start to fall in love with elephant. So when they stay for 1 week, then they think, oh, I stay for 3 weeks, and then they stay longer. And some of them stay about 7 years here.
These guys behind me are extremely dirty, so for my next task, I've been given the job of elephant washer. How do you wash an elephant? I'm not exactly sure, but one thing I do know is don't stand behind them. We've all seen that YouTube video. Wait for it, wait for it. There it is. Elephants are a lot like humans. They have different personalities. Shy, outgoing, chilled out, active or wise like me. They love to keep company with each other and form their own social groups. Some of them, especially the older males, prefer to be alone. Sounds like my grumpy granddad.
The beauty of this project, the way I see it anyway, is that the elephants are finally allowed to be elephants. They're not here for our entertainment, they're not here for shows or giving rides. It's a nice reversal, we're actually here for them.
You wouldn't expect it, but it's actually a really good social experience as well. But I fell in love with the park and being so in touch with nature and doing manual labour that you'd never do at home. It sounds crazy, but like we made cement for an entire week and we had a ball doing it. Like it was so much fun.
Once you come here, the elephants get into your heart, you'll never feel the same. It's just a beautiful place to actually learn and be up close with these majestic animals. The thing is that a lot of people only have ever seen them in zoos. To actually be here working with them side by side, you learn a lot about the Thai culture because the country itself, it's a beautiful country, the people are friendly, and there's lots of other animals to help and look after as well.
Tomorrow I'll be swapping elephants for humans and volunteering in Chiang Mai. But first things first, a job well done deserves an ice-cold beer. And Billy, you have done a good job today. Star. Go Collingwood, go Magpies. Come Pies!